Physical health is a huge issue today. We do not have to be always in alertness. So it's not about the situation, yeah? It's about your attitude. It's important to ask ourselves, how am I feeling right now? Emotions always, as well as stress, always somehow express within body. Do I really want to study this school, or is it the wish of my grandma? Most of the people are all the time angry or afraid. And this is one of the techniques how you can just take the garbage out.
Welcome to Maximus Odyssey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Maximus Odyssey, where we explore how to get better in health, wealth, and happiness. Today is going to be a lot about health and happiness, as I'm here with the one and only Marek Vich.
Hi, everybody.
I consider him an incredible expert on mindfulness, mental health. He's been a teacher, a founder of the mindfulness course. It's like the first course focused on such a thing, maybe in Czech Republic as a whole, but definitely on the Economics University. And he's been the founder of the Mindfulness Club. Is posting some lovely content on social media on everything from stress to parenting. And it is my honor to be talking with you today.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Amazing.
And welcome everybody again.
So, since you're, let's say, an expert in the area, how is your mental health right now?
Okay, good question. First thing I need to explain now, or make clear, that this bottle is not full of vodka or some high spirit. It's really just water, you know. So you do not think that we have some drinking party on the bench. It's just water. I just love this bottle. It's very practical.
Yeah.
So
Looks beautiful.
Thank you. So my mental health, well, I think it's pretty fine. I think everybody has his or her ups and downs, of course. But the way I see it, I'm better and better in just navigating those ups and downs in more smooth and I would say light or even sometimes funny way.
Yeah.
So this is how I would describe it. I'm able to maintain my life, both my outer life, let's say work and hobbies and relationships, and also my inner life, my emotions, thoughts, what's happening in my body as well. I consider myself to be an expert on me. Maybe
That's amazing.
that's the only way, that's the only area when we can actually be the experts.
Yeah.
So I would dare to say that. It does not mean that I know everything about me. Of course, I know nothing. But I know how to take care of myself when I have some problems. They may be emotional, there may be physical, there may be relational. More and more I'm into this mental health. More and more I discover I can just take care of myself.
Yeah.
That's the important thing to me, and that's one of the things I sometimes also teach others.
And how long have you been, let's say, in the mental health space?
Yes, it's been like 15 years now or something. I'm 35 now, almost 36. And when I was like 20, 21, 22, I started to become a bit familiar with coaching, negotiations, and time management.
Yeah.
That's basically how I started. And then I realized there are some deeper areas to explore, you know, like such as my emotions, such as who I really am, such as what is my calling in life, such as my body, of course, because I was not so conscious about my body, did not took care so well for it. I mean, I've been always like exercising and dancing and doing like martial arts and stuff.
Yeah.
But really, I did not feel my body so much. I was just eating all the garbage, I was drinking a lot and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and
It wasn't water, but vodka back then.
yeah. 15 years ago, maybe it would be even vodka, yeah. So,
But now you've been quite, proudly sober from everything for many years, right?
yeah, for many years, I was last drunk in November 2011.
Wow.
And it was not hard to just end it, the way I see it is like everything which comes from outside to your life can be beneficial for some time,
Yeah.
but then you just need to leave it,
Mm.
for example, when I was younger, when I was teenager, alcohol was good for me. It helped me to relax, to open a little bit,
Mm.
to not be so much in tension.
Yeah.
But then after some years, it became harmful,
Yeah. It served its purpose.
And it was similar with other substances and stuff like that. And I think many people who watch it or read it know by themselves, It's important to know when it's time to try something. But the same, or maybe even more important, is to know when to leave it, Lifestyle, relationships, work, projects,
Yeah.
Because life is changing and sometimes we need to go with the flow and we need to do a change.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful flow.
Yeah, with ducks, of course.
Nice in the background.
They agree.
All right. So before we dive super deep into how you've gotten to know yourself and things of that nature, I think it would be useful for the listeners, especially, to set some clear boundaries or explanations for the terms that are being thrown around all the time.
Beautiful.
Like mental health as the first one. Then we can get into mindfulness and all the others. But what is really mental health? How do you define someone who is, let's say, healthy in the head?
It's not such a long time when I was reading a World Health Organization report.
Yeah.
When they have a beautiful definitions, and I was reading papers, and now I cannot remember exactly the definition. But mental health is about feeling good about yourself.
Yes.
In your personal and professional life, feeling stable and being able to accept both pleasant and unpleasant parts of your life by yourself. Just one of the definitions or explanations.
Right.
And mental health has been for quite a long time a subject of the World Health Organization. I think they have headquarters in Geneva. And already in the report from 2001, they are stressing this quality as highly important. Not just the physical health, but the mental health, of course.
Right.
Because the number of anxiety and depression and many other psychological problems has been quite an issue in past decades. And
the numbers of teenagers doing suicide, everything has been skyrocketing immensely.
Yeah, that's been increasing in past 10 years. That's why still today I've been just recently reading mental health report from 2022.
Yeah.
And they are still stressing it even more. Quite a synonym of the mental health is well-being, which is almost the same thing, but just this word itself, well-being, it stresses more not just the health side of ourselves, but just be well, just we can really be happy and really flourish, not just survive, not just fight the stress and depression and so on, but be well, And they have a beautiful sentence. They say well-being is a is a natural born quality, is a natural heritage of each and every person born in this world, which I personally love very much. I believe it. I definitely believe it. And
Yeah, like since the moment you're born, the one thing you own is your decisions, is your thoughts, is your perspective on the world.
yes,
And you get to choose how
yes,
you feel, how you act.
yes,
Even if someone throws, knives and bullets your way, it's still up to you how you react.
yeah. When somebody is throwing knives and bullets, it's a hardcore well-being capacity, which some people living on a planet know and are able to work with that. I don't know if I would be able. Maybe we will talk about it. I'm doing this quite hardcore martial art self-defense called Kalak system, where it's a lot about stress and harsh emotions and critical situations and learning self-defense technique also in really like high pressure.
Yeah.
There is a lot of pain sometimes, a lot of stress. And I've been realizing that, yes, I do have a potential sometimes to really stay calm in stressful situation or not to give up when I'm overwhelmed with some harsh emotions and so on.
Yeah.
So I do believe that there are people who are able to maintain well-being even in very, very extreme environment, and they are not psychopaths,
Right.
So their way is not to kill the emotions and be okay, but they still can feel. I feel high respect for people like that. And what really touched my heart were some reports about people living in Ukraine, in really those areas which were occupied by Russians and so on.
Still at war today.
Yeah, and they are really quite a terrible places where many people were misbehaved, many people lost relatives and close friends and family members, and one particular Czech reporter said, "I saw misery here, but I saw also a huge power, huge power that those people." They can go on, they can still smile, they can laugh about stuff, and for me this is amazing, this capacity of even those people to just look at the bright side of the hell, you can say,
Yeah, there is beauty in the darkness of it still.
Yeah, or maybe some of those people know that they can choose in particular moment not to look at the darkness, but just to look at the light, to let go the tension at least for a while.
Yeah.
What I found particularly strong statement was that when they wish each other good night, they do not wish each other good night, they wish each other silent night, like a calm night, like not hearing any noise of war and rockets and shouts and stuff like that. Well, it's just one of the aspects of this world.
Yeah.
Living.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Some of my, let's say, distant family members, but still kind of family members.
Yeah.
And friends were affected on both sides. It's rough. It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
But to go to the present moment and
yes,
maybe our situation or anyone
sure.
else's.
For sure.
How can one, facilitate this ability of resilience and, well, even I myself find, trying a lot of different techniques and tactics like cold plunges. You know, I bought this like barrel which I
Yeah,
jump into in the
yeah.
morning to like feel the hardship
Yeah.
and still, you know, come out strong, raise the dopamine in a natural way, things of that nature. Meditations, etc. Like, there's a lot of, let's say, techniques and practices being thrown around.
Yes.
And I'd love to hear if, like, what you think are the most effective ones. But even more importantly than the techniques, I think, is the kind of philosophy or the mindset behind building this approach to life. How do we start?
Yeah, that's a big and huge and deep question, which can be answered by a few sentences and also by many hours.
Hmm.
Where to
Maybe you
start?
can give us a little taste.
Well, I think we live in a world which is very rich. Everybody has his own or her way and path. I think that's the first thing we need to embrace and respect.
Hmm.
And this implies one important thing. We can have role models, we can have teachers and gurus,
Right.
we can have therapists, we can have influencers. But in the end, it's up to each and one of us to just, walk our path. And what does it mean to walk our path? It means to become awake. It means to start to really be aware.
She's very aware.
And this is also important aspect. Thank you for that. This is why life is beautiful and there is always some answer, right?
Yeah. For the ones not watching on YouTube, we just had this little girl in a red jacket, like run in and feed some ducks. Very cute.
Yeah. So that's another aspect. I will include it into it. But first of all, I would say it's important to become conscious of our everyday living, to be conscious of our body, of our thoughts, of our emotions, of our ideas. That means to be awake. It means to find our own answers within. And I don't want to be so much mysterious now. I will go into something more concrete.
Please.
So basically, physical health is a huge issue today. And I need to stress again that everyone's path is unique. Yet still, I think that there is no expert for your own health walking on this earth. No one is expert. Many doctors can help you, many healers can help you, many therapists can help you. But in the end, I think the best tool for navigating my health is to start to observe and study my body. It means to be aware of my body. Okay? And what happens to people who are not conscious of their body? Many problems, So they exercise when the body is saying, stop, I cannot continue, but they still do it until they make some injury or get ill,
That's what just happened to me. I was swimming and like doing so much for my chest to look big. I tore off my fucking pectoral and now I'm KO'd from exercise for months.
Yeah. Welcome to Club, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Many years ago, I had 2 times in my life. One time I screwed up my knee.
Yeah.
And 1 year and a half after that, I screwed up my chest. Of course, I was doing gymnastics and kung fu that time.
Yeah.
And I was not kind to myself. Yeah. So here we are. That's basically it. And why it happened? It happened because there was not so much awareness.
Yeah.
There was not so much wisdom in living with the body. Yeah. And it happened to you. You are already the person who is, like meditating and you want to take care of yourself. But sometimes, even if we are aware of our body, at least partially, we still may have some tension within us that I want to be as big as possible, as powerful as possible, and I will make it, I will make it today.
Right.
Yeah. And
exact sentences running through my head.
and then the shit happens,
And then
then the
pop.
shit happens. So why is happening? Because I would dare to say you are already quite a lot conscious of your body, but why it happens? The answer is even something deeper than just observing the body and its emotions. Yeah. So when someone is so much angry, I want to be stronger and I want to be bigger, yeah? Or someone is just afraid, there is war and there is something, I need to be stronger, I need to push more, yeah? I need to push more. This causes problems many times. So many people are angry, they are working so much, they are exercising so much, and then problems happen. I would say it's really important to know all the powers within us, know all the tensions within us.
Yeah.
And based on that, we can start living in more healthy and powerful way. Yeah. And
so like checking in with yourself, being accountable to your inner state of mind, to your feelings.
yes, of course. Let's just get back a little bit to observing the body. It basically means I can push myself. I can challenge myself, of course. The things I'm doing today is quite extreme. This like self-defense system, for example. But more extreme it is, more I am checking myself. It's very important. And many times I discover I'm already on sort of edge with my body capacity and limits. And even like a few years ago, on that edge, I would decide to continue. But today I'll already know, hey Mark, this is the edge. Save it for another day. It's enough. You are not on the exam now, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Just save your powers. Right?
Yeah.
Like it is in one Toltec teaching, very nice book, they say warrior always ensures himself or herself that his back still has some portion of power and good mood and stuff like that, It's like investment. You never just put everything out. You still have something on the basis, So this principle is very important for me. And that's why, of course, sometimes we need to push the edge. But many times I decide not to do it. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm just building a power slowly and more consciously,
Yeah. I mean, sounds great. It makes sense on paper, right?
Yes. Yes.
But then, like on the other side, you have these people like David Goggins, like screaming "Stay hard" and running, in incredible marathons, and of course, like hurting themselves in the process, but still, like trying to overpush everything.
Yes.
So I don't know. I feel like in today's like society and media, there's these like in terms of self-improvement, there's these two camps. Like one is take it step by step, measure it, calm and steady progress, atomic habits, add little by little. And there's the burn the boats and just go conquer the island.
Yeah, you're right. I would say two principles are important here.
Yeah.
The first principle is the middle way. It's some sort of equanimity, like a Buddha said.
Right.
When you want to play a guitar, the string cannot be so much stretched because then it can crack or does not make any sound, but it cannot be too much loose because then it still does not make a sound.
Yeah.
It's on each and every. It's up to each one of us to find his balance, and his balance is also changing.
Yeah.
So my philosophy is not to be soft so much on myself. I had time of being soft, I had a time of being hard. both extremes are bad. I need to find some balance, you know? It's good to have discipline, it's good to be hard on yourself, but if you have this attitude, do more, motherfucker, all the time, the result is just being on stress, you know, under the stress. You can see some influencers, you can see some billionaires. Those people are red like pigs. They're angry like hell, you know. I don't believe them. They are happy and healthy. I do not believe.
Their heart probably is just like full of cracks from all the stress and cortisol.
Yeah. So I do not think this is sustainable life, okay?
Yeah.
So for me, it's more like sometimes I need to like win the battle. Sometimes I need to just go into something and do a challenge, of course. But in the meantime, when I'm not in a battle, I need to relax. I cannot be at war all the time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But we are at war all the time. That's the thing, dear friends. When we do not know our emotions properly, I would dare to say most of the people are all the time angry or afraid. All the time they are in stressful emotions, which is fear, anger, disgust, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's used to it's designed to help us survive, but sometimes it does just the opposite, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a really deep and huge program, like a firmware of our basic functioning in reality. That is the stress to survive. And now I do not mean this healthy kind of stress, like in the morning you have higher level of cortisol, stressful hormone. You get up and you are productive and alert. That's absolutely okay. This one.
Yeah.
I mean this like
it's healthy because you're going up and down, right? You're not constantly stressed.
Yeah, and the secret is to know your circadian clocks. Know whether you are morningness or eveningness person. There are beautiful questionnaires online. They are free. It's good to know when we have peak. And do our main stuff in that peak because it's natural. And in that main peak, we do most of our work. The hardcore shit we do in this time, okay? And also we should do some hardcore workout in that time. So for like regular morning person, the high level of cortisol is between like 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock. And then another peak is between like 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock, something like that. But some people have it the other way, and this is okay. A lot of high stressful levels, it's also about adrenaline, the second stressful hormone. A lot of high stress levels are transmitted by adrenaline, which is like situational, like, you know, some situation on a traffic or some situation at the office or some arguments with people, or some deadlines and stuff like that. For most of the people, it's like too much, you know. And the basic functioning of this stressful system works in a way that we get in more and more tension with each and every challenge. So the person gets up, there is some mess on the email, some problems, and it starts to go. And it's okay, but it's like when you have some fireplace in the house and you put more and more wood, and then it's too much and it becomes heat. You don't need it, but it becomes, there is a lot of heat in the house, and you waste a lot of energy, a lot of wood. That's the similar example. So it's not this positive stress anymore, which helps to be alert and productive, but it's overheating. And when it's overheating, each and every other situation looks even more scary, and people are in it all the time. And this is the explanation why some people end up burnt out. Yeah, because
Right.
it's too much, because this basic stress functioning, which is meant to help us survive, sometimes does the opposite. It can destroy us as well.
Yeah, been there.
Been there, yeah, of course. Of course. And why it is happening? Because I did not explain why.
Mm.
I like this philosophy and practice of Dr. David Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote amazing book called Letting Go, which I really recommend. It's a
Letting
bit
go.
more spiritual, but also highly practical.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that the main reason for this unpleasant stress are our emotions. We are not able to cope with them smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
On the contrary, we are resisting the emotions right from our early childhood. Because, and this is just one of the explanations, we are not allowed as a children to freely express our emotions. So when we were too much angry, many parents were neglecting us or just manipulating us in a sense. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna take you to the theater or to the cinema, or if I'm gonna, just buy you lollipop and ice cream or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I will buy it to this smiling, nice boy. So this little boy, what he does is he suppresses the emotions he feels, and he starts to smile. He starts to fake it,
Yeah.
in order to survive. Just one of the explanations I'm just putting on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And the result of such a process is that on one side, we are losing who we really are. On the other side, we are suppressing deep down our harsh emotions. And it's like some garbage kind of cellar or a room, where there's all this garbage, which was not meant to be part of our living, of our presence
Yeah.
with the adults and stuff like that. So there is some fire within us, which is tense, which is there, which is accumulated.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Hawkins says, and I really believe that, this fire is what's actually creating stressful situations. Because one day you can go to the highway and to the full traffic of cars, and you are quite okay, you don't mind. The other day, you are in the exact the same situation, and it feels like hell.
Yep.
So it's not about the situation, yeah? It's about your attitude, and your attitude is derived from your emotions. So I'm talking quite a long about it because it's it takes some time to explain, but
Yeah, it's important.
it's important to ask ourselves, how am I feeling right now? As many times during the day as possible. You cannot really screw anything up with this.
Mm.
On the contrary, you will come back to your emotions. You will develop this inner parent capacity, like you would tell yourself, now it's okay to feel angry, Max. Now it's okay to be sad, Marek. You don't need to do anything with it. Just let these emotions be.
Yeah.
Let it express it. When we become more and more conscious, we have this capacity to really allow ourselves to feel again.
Mm.
Yeah?
Just let it flow through you.
Yes.
I guess the more you fight it, the harder it becomes to let go of it. Or that's been
Yeah.
my experience oftentimes.
Yeah. Exactly. It's hard to let go the emotions because basically we feel automatic resistance
Yep.
to them. We resist them automatically. We had to do it as a children. That was the only way how we could maintain emotions at that time. The child is highly emotional. Parents give him or her really like straight signals that this emotion cannot be part of this moment, of this boy.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does, he uses his or her energy and suppresses the emotions. So that's why even today we have resistance to the harsh emotions. I can give you an example. You can just wake up one day, you start to work, everything is fine, you've been sleeping well, everything is okay. And now suddenly in 11 o'clock you feel so much tired and bored, cannot do anything.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the signals that there is some harsh emotion present and there is automatic resistance against it. This process of being bored, this process of being tired is basically expression of this resistance.
Oh.
It sucks your energy up to maintain emotion suppressed. So it's basically like ungarbaging process.
Yeah.
It's the invitation. This situation basically invites you to just bring the shit out. It tells you, okay, Max, there is one cellar, there is some garbage. You don't want to feel it, you don't want to see it, but you are so much tired because you have a mess in your house. That's why living here is not so nice. That's why you are so tired. So just go into it, grab this mess, and put it out. And the way how we can do it is to recognize emotions with respect and let them be. I can give you an example.
Another one, please.
To not be too much abstract. What I can really do. So I'm just working on my laptop. In my garden, I have nice garden. I love to work under the sky, like here. So I'm just working, everything is fine, and now I'm start to feel I'm sort of bored and tired, and also some feeling very weird in my body. In past, I did not have a clue what this means. Yeah, I was just telling, why am I so tired? Okay, should I do anything else that I'm so bored? But today I know, okay, there is some emotional garbage to be taken care of. So I just, in my good day, I do a reasonable thing. I stop working. I put it here. I just sit and I said, okay, I'm allowing myself to feel this, to feel being tired, right? Like this, to feel being bored. It's all right. And then I can say, I'll allow myself to feel what I feel. And I don't need to do anything else, just to let it be. It's all right. When I want to support it and make it even more concrete, I can focus on my body and look what's happening within my body, because emotions usually somehow express within body.
That's where the techniques come in, like a body scan or...
Yeah, they may, but this one is a bit different. It's called, the main inspiration comes from focusing, because emotions always, as well as stress, always somehow express within body. So with fear, there can be some tension in the stomach or here.
Yeah.
Each and every one has a different symptoms. Yeah. But I can be tense somehow. There can be some pain within the body. So I just take a look at the body. I feel tension here. And now I sort of localized those emotions on the level of my body, which is good because it's more concrete. So sometimes it may help. So I can just say, okay, I'm just allowing it to be within my body. I'm allowing this pain, I'm allowing this tension, and I don't need to do anything else. Just be with it, Marek. Yeah. And if I somehow feel it's very unpleasant and I really don't want to do it, it means resistance is strong. So then I know resistance is making it harder. So I can say, okay, I invite this resistance as well. I'm allowing this resistance to be. It's okay. And I spent some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes with this practice. It's a sort of meditation, but really you don't need to do anything special. You don't need to have some special pose, or you don't need to have your eyes closed. You can do it everywhere, basically. No one will notice anyway today. So, and this is one of the techniques how you can just take the garbage out.
Like why I did this, head exploding motion at the beginning of you explaining this, it just like connects so many dots, right?
Yes.
Like oftentimes when we feel like shit or just don't want to do something, we either, clock out, like zone out, and then that's a good idea to try and catch yourself in those moments. Or more often, and I've caught myself doing that as well, people like jump into vices, right? Or like something to distract myself from that
Yes, of
emotion,
course.
like go
Of
away.
course, of
Or,
course.
pull up the phone, scroll on some social media, or go get a drink, smoke, whatever. It's all just like running away from doing the garbage man's work and like actually taking care of yourself, right?
From this point of view, from this perspective, exactly. One of the explanations why we have those addictions and unhealthy habits, including workaholism, of course, we do it because we use it as a means of resisting our harsh emotions. We so much do not wanna accept this inner reality, which is also painful, that we are looking for better and better distractions. I have some sort of luck. Maybe you have it as well. As I was more and more conscious and old as well, those distractions stopped working. Yes, what worked a time ago, so it completely distracted me and I completely forgot what's happening within me, are not working anymore. So sometimes you can have this feeling that nothing can give you fun. You can name whatever movie, whatever series, whatever computer games, whatever else, it will not be fun anymore because you are more sensitive. So, but when you take the garbage out, you usually feel this relief. And then you realize you can just freely live again and do whatever you want, but you do it freely. You do not do it as a means to escape your inner world.
Yeah.
So yeah, you made a really good point. There's
a beautiful quote from this like super amazing actor. I just can't remember his name. Like a funny guy, played The Mask and Truman.
Jim Carrey.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jim
yeah,
Carrey.
yeah.
Jim Carrey. He has this like super famous quote on one of like TV interviews he did,
Yeah, yeah.
where he goes on talking about like mental health, stuff like that, and then talks about depression, which is kind of what we describe here. Like nothing gives you any more joy, and
Yeah.
like so if you're depressed, it means your body needs deep rest, but not necessarily like going to sleep, which is also good. But it's more like deep rest from the persona you're trying to play, from the from the actions that are not aligned with who you really are, and to kind of go away from that and back to your true self can be a way to relieve of that depression.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, really struck a note.
That's really beautiful. It's the first time I'm actually hearing this, but I, I find it very nice. Basically, yes, it is about relaxation very much. Why we cannot relax just the way we are? That's an important question, actually. Why it is so hard sometimes?
Right.
Because there is tension within us. It's tangled tension, you know. One of the ways to go back into relaxation is to untangle. Now I get back to this child, which, like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago was just, relaxing here. Most of the children, they have not been through all this conditioning and through all this suppression yet. That's why they can still be in the flow state. That's why they can still just enjoy the present moment and relax in how the things are actually.
Mm-hmm.
But as we go through life and we start to suppress the emotions and believe this and this and this and this and that, you know, we follow dreams of others, not ourselves, you know. We are losing ourselves, suppressing our feelings. It's all just a tangling process. So that's why we cannot relax, you know. We cannot relax because there are so many. What's the word for it in English? Like when you have a rope and
Yeah, entangled.
yeah,
Yeah.
we are so much tangled. So it's basically the process of untangling. And the process of untangling can happen also when you believe something about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then you realize it's not true. Like you've been living on some fantasy, you know,
Yeah.
believing in some fantasy. So that's also a process, you know.
It's very true. Very true. It's important to realize what roles you play in life. Like
Yes.
we just had, or like just a few days ago, I had this like, for the first time I saw my therapist in person, which was really exciting. Because me and her only did online
Mm-hmm.
stuff for, you know, I don't know, like half a year.
Yeah.
And we dove like deep, and it was like metaphysical a bit. I was like standing on different pillows and pretending I was like me in different ages and stuff like that. Uh, but it's funny how one can so easily fall into playing a certain role because
Yes.
it feels like you should, or that society or your parents or your friends or whoever else kind of decides what's best for you, or you think that you acting in a certain way would be the best for them, etc.
Yes.
But every time we do that, it's important to kind of check in with yourself if it isn't going against your values, your true self, your
Yeah.
wishes.
That's another important aspect. Many times we get stuck in some self-image because we want to please the others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are some individuals who, as a children, wanted to please the parents, maybe because parents had their issues, maybe because the child was super empathic. I think all of this was my case actually.
Yeah.
So the child, if the child would stay natural, it would still be trigger of the parents, trigger of their emotions. Why? Because they are tangled and the child is not. Yeah, and this creates tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, children are super empathic. They feel your emotions and they express them even when you are still successfully suppressing them.
Mm.
So a lot of parents are just saying, "What the hell is with my child? Why you are so hysteric?" But many times it's not the emotion of the child; it's the emotion of the parent, and the
Mhm.
child is the catalyzer of that emotion.
Right.
And this role can be very dangerous for many children. A lot of them decide not to do it anymore. They decide to suppress the emotion and play some role, okay? But if you want to play some fake role, you need to give a lot of power, a lot of effort to maintain it, you know? Maintain that role. And the parents usually help, and they help in a similar way like Ivan Pavlov did it with dogs, you know? So he made his famous research on conditional reflex.
Mm.
So he wanted, for example, um, dog to learn some new stuff. So the dogs were rewarded for doing it right and
Mhm.
punished for doing it bad. The same thing happened with the children. When you are playing a good and nice children, we reward you, and
Yeah.
when you are showing something else, we punish you or just refuse to give you laugh and stuff like that. So this is one of the ways how narcissism actually is being created.
Mhm.
And I don't want to go into some particular diagnosis of the individuals. I'm just saying this whole world is a bit narcissist, you know? Like everyone wants to play something which is accepted by anyone else, but some individuals have this luck to be like a super narcissist, and a lot of those people have this kind of history I was just talking about.
Right.
So it basically means that when you want to come back to your really like health and happiness and to untangling, you need to let this false identity fall down, which can happen by just you asking yourself what I really want. Do I really want to study this school, or is it the wish of my grandma? Yeah. Do I really want to be a doctor, or I want to be something else? Yeah. This is like the most superficial stuff. But the other stuff is how we behave. Okay. You don't need to smile always on everybody. You don't need to please everybody always, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to play good guy all the time. Of course, we are talking about this stuff again and again and again because that's sort of my diagnosis I was working with, and maybe yours as well. Sort
Yeah,
of.
like what you explain about the child, I can relate to
Yeah, of course,
quite a lot.
That's why we're talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe the people who are watching it or listening it, they can relate as well. Or maybe
you're fucked up in so many different ways, and that's cool too.
Yeah, that's cool because that's the basic start to realize how we are. What kind of mess do we have?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
to
What
just
garbage we need to throw out.
to just keep it short. The other way is to just work with the emotions the way I explained before, because how all those masks and false identities, false wishes, like you said, what drives them? What gives them energy?
Mm-hmm.
The emotions. Okay? These suppressed emotions are related to those masks in life. Because, again, I will deconstruct it again. If I wanted to be a nice, smiley boy when I did not feel it, I had to, first of all, suppress some emotion to go into sort of neutral state
Mm-hmm.
and then somehow act it. When I let go my harsh emotions in daily situation in a way I explained, these masks also start to fall down. And it can become the opposite way as well. For example, you have a girlfriend, let's say, or boyfriend. There is a breakup and divorce. Sometimes this kind of shock is what forces many people to say, okay, I was acting the way she wanted. Yeah. I was not so much myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And look how it happened. It's the end anyway. So it was pointless. Yeah.
Huh.
Or maybe I fucked up because of that. Yeah. Maybe that was one of the main bad things I did actually. I was not.
This is exactly what you needed to get to learning.
Yeah, of course.
This
sure.
new knowledge.
Yeah, sure. So basically that kind of experience, or it can be, losing a job or whatever else.
Yeah.
It can force you to just throw this mask away, to just, surrender and say, okay, now everything ended up, no point to play this mess again.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we need to lose in order to stop being afraid of losing, And that moment is basically letting go of fear. That moment is basically mass falls down and fear falls down and something changes. So that's also the way how this twist in life happens. But really, I would say more and more you are sensitive to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you can just work with it each and every time when you are just suddenly tired or bored.
Yeah.
It's very safe. It's very smooth, You don't need to throw all your cellar out, You don't need to crash your whole house and build it again. You just every day can take a little bit of shit and just drop it out, Do some inner work, and then you can just live normal life in outer world for a while.
Yeah, do some journaling, make some good tea.
Yeah.
Dive deeper.
Yeah.
That's amazing. This is an amazing tool.
Yes.
How do I make sure it kind of works for me? and
Yeah.
not against me. Because
I-
like I can realize that I feel like shit and that I did some bad stuff. And like in this conversation right now, I feel full of great energy, and I'm
yeah.
I would put this realization into good use
Yeah.
and go for a swim or
Yeah.
some good productivity. But oftentimes you can go into into the opposite spiral, right?
Yes.
Or like not being kind to yourself, I guess, is the main risk here.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips on how to counter that?
Yeah. There are many tips. It's a lot about habits, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking about some stuff, and it's all about habits. When he or she learns to suppress the emotions regularly and play someone the others want, it becomes habit. It becomes natural, okay? Having this false mask becomes habit. Treating your body like shit becomes habit.
Mm-hmm.
Everything which you repeat is a habit. There is autopilot within you, and it learns everything, and it just does everything, no matter whether you are conscious about it or not. So it's about reprogramming the habits. It means you need to put the principle into your everyday life. It's very important to put it into your everyday life. And well, I would say just find some time in your life,
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 12 minutes, or at least 2 minutes, okay? At least 1 minute if it is too much for you. And you can just say, I allow myself to just be, and to be aware what's happening right now. How am I feeling? What's happening within my feelings?
Yeah.
Is it pleasant or unpleasant? And maybe I realize, okay, it's unpleasant, yeah. Okay, I'm allowing those feelings to be. What's happening within my body? Okay, there's some tension. Okay, I allow it to be. So in this way, just do it regularly, every day, no matter how do you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it every day. If it is too much, make it shorter, but do it every day.
Yeah.
You can start with it in the morning, if you have some reading ritual or some exercise, just
Or with the first sip of coffee.
or before the coffee or after the coffee, just put it in a package of the rituals. Make it as long as it is possible, but it can be very short, and just do it regularly, because in that moment you remind yourself this principle.
Mm-hmm.
And when it becomes habit and a routine, you get used to it. Then you realize it's easier and easier. And when you become more and more sensitive to yourself, then you actually realize that you cannot stop doing it anymore. because because for example, for me today, it's just deciding whether I'm gonna work on that or not. In every moment, it's always accessible. I just decide whether I'm gonna work on my this emotional fire or not. I don't think I can solve it in one day. I don't think I can escape from it like I did. So I'm just doing a little work. And basically, the main and fundamental principle is, in every moment when it is possible, to tell myself, I allow myself just to be. I allow my emotions just to be. I allow my body just to be.
Yeah.
I don't need to do anything now. And I do it for 1 minute, for 5 minutes, or half a minute, whatever. And then I come back to my routine, okay? To my goals, to my stress, to my edge. Everything is okay.
Yeah.
But I have these moments of balance. I have these moments of reflection.
Like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, for sure. This is my holiday, I just give myself holiday here. No matter what's happening, I allow myself, and it works.
Amazing. This is great. And I see that both of us are getting pretty cold.
Yeah, I just got used to it already, so I'm okay.
Nice, nice.
But we still have a time to.
Yeah. But I would hate to do this podcast without showing some of the techniques that you taught me in one of our previous sessions, and I actually used that to teach, for example, my smaller siblings as well, how to kind of deal with difficult situations.
It's nice, yeah.
And they accepted it because it's like so easy, right? Like even an 11-year-old
Yeah.
can do this, and it helped him.
Yeah.
So it can help you as well.
Yeah.
The first one is nemusím nic. Like in English, I don't have to do anything
yeah.
at this moment, right? It kind of latches on to the just be. I don't know if you'd like to explain it a little bit.
Well, I think I already did.
Yeah, actually many times.
I was mentioning it many times, but I can
just the
add some
vocalized sentence.
more information. There is the model of the 3 systems of emotional regulation, which was created by Dr. Gilbert, not Hawkins, but Gilbert, another one, with his colleagues. And this Paul Gilbert is like a neuroscientist and therapist and mindfulness teacher. I just want to add that I'm not the only one mindfulness teacher in Czech Republic. There are many, many good people. And I was even not the first one, but I was the first one to start to teach relational mindfulness, which is based on communication and eye contact and so on. Maybe in some other episode in the future.
Yeah, I'd love to do it.
And the first one definitely who started to do it at the University of Economics in Prague. Like a mindfulness program, not just a workshop.
Right. And like from the wider audience, you have quite a lot of people in your mindfulness club today, right?
Yes. As well, yeah. But the mindfulness community here in Czech Republic is very, very big today. And there's a huge variety, and really many good people are teaching it, actually. Many of my colleagues and many other projects are here as well. So I just wanted to add it.
Yeah, shout out to all the mindfulness teachers.
But basically, Paul Gilbert and colleagues, they say that we have this red system of threat detection and solving, which is basically stress. Detect the stress and fight or fly or freeze. We've been talking about it. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it is not. Especially when it is too much, and for too long or too often, stress stops to being friend. Then we have a drive system, which is related to dopamine. And dopamine is hormone of like success and reward. So when you learn something, when you achieve something, you feel this dopamine.
Yeah.
You are rewarded. Okay, Max, you did it. It's nice. It was worth it. This pain was worth it. It's different in Instagram or porn or something like that, because you feel dopamine, but you did not learn anything. You did not did
there was
anything.
No chase.
So it's like hacking the whole organism. That's why it can be so harmful. But why am I talking about this? These 2 systems are related to sympathetic nervous system. And sympathetic nervous system, it's about being in tension, being in action, being really like a hunter, trying to do its stuff. Avoid danger, develop, And this is nice, but it becomes problem when it is too much. So we have this third system, it's called soothing or caring system. It's related to oxytocin. It's the hormone of relaxation, of love, of safety.
Yeah.
It's very important. And when we have a higher dose of oxytocin, we feel that everything is okay just the way it is. And for me, this mantra, I don't need to do anything now, it's a basic invitation for the activation of the oxytocin system, basic invitation for activation of this soothing, caring system, and parasympathetic nervous system, which is related to relaxation and the refilling of the energy.
Another quick hack.
That's why I'm stressing it. And okay, I can show you the most fundamental short meditation. You can do it anywhere, even when you have your husband or or wife or children shouting at you,
Mm-hmm.
you can just tell yourself, okay, right now for the next 20 seconds, I don't need to do anything. I can allow whatever is happening right now to just be, no matter whether they are shouting or not, no matter what's happening on my feelings, if there is a fear or anger, I allow it to be. And I can just follow my breath for 3 times, stretch my spine and head, giving myself this moment for a while. And that's it. That's the basic first aid tool to every shitty situation.
Amazing.
Just invite some sort of caring and soothing system in the situation.
Mm.
Of course, when it is like a super situation, you are really in danger, you really need to do something. Of course, in that moment you are in a stress. But when it is possible, when the moment comes when it is possible,
Yeah.
just put it in the balance with this practice. And more you do it, more you do this kind of like meditation or even some longer meditations, when you do not forget to remind yourself that there is nothing you really need to do just to be aware of what's happening in this moment, then this mantra becomes more and more powerful. And for me, in each and every moment when I just tell myself, Marek, there's really nothing you need to do, it starts to work.
Mm-hmm.
It brings me peace. Even just saying that to me. So that's the first technique.
Beautiful. The world keeps on spinning,
Yeah.
whether you move or sit.
Yes, it keeps on spinning, of course. We do not have to be always in alertness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We really do not. It's our stress system which is telling this to us. It's work, but it's just 1/3 of our functioning. The other one is drive. We want to learn things. We want to know things. But the third one is this caring, soothing capacity. It's like our beloved mother, okay, within us,
Mm-hmm.
which can tell us, no matter how the day is hard or was hard, no matter how we fucked up, it tells us now you don't need to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You can also put your hands like this.
Yes, that's like perfect segue into the next technique of
Yeah.
being like your perfect parent who doesn't really exist but can exist within
Yeah.
you.
It's another topic. We do not have so much time for it.
Yeah.
Maybe
can
in the
just-
future we can just deep down into it, but this is the discipline of the self-compassion,
Mm.
or I would even say like self-love. And it's basically about that I really allow myself to be my good friend or even like loving mother or father. And one of the basic technique is, what the child needs when it has some harsh emotions, where it gets in some difficult situation. It usually starts to scream, wants to go to mommy or daddy and wants to be just cuddled, and then it becomes peaceful again because oxytocin level is increased and stressful hormones and dopamines are decreased in that moment, which is important. Then it comes to balance. And we are very much similar because similar to the young child, we have a body as well. And this body is pretty much similar. So the part of ourselves that is sometimes called inner child, which, for example, Jungian therapists
Mm-hmm.
work with it very much, it's basically our body, if we make it a bit more simple. It's usually our body when we can find stress and when we can find fear. So when we start to cuddle it, when we start to be kind to it,
Actually hugging yourself.
hugging ourselves, hugging myself in this way, you can try it with us. Just put your arms crossed. You can cross your arms and touch your shoulders, and you can do just some really stereotype movement from left to right, or
Mm.
from front to back, or just some turning. Find your own flow, find your own speed, but it's important to be on the move. And really, now there's nothing else I need to do.
I like the imagination of the visual of like actually, holding a little baby child of
Yes.
yourself just within your arms,
Okay.
swaying him to
It may
sleep.
be. It may be. You can visualize whatever you find helpful, or you can just feel touch on your body, feel this movement, and we can just try it for a few minutes and just remind yourself you don't need to do anything, and everything you feel right now is allowed. Everything is okay. No matter how your day was hard, no matter how you feel now, everything is okay. And we just cuddle ourselves and just continue. And I would like to invite you to just breathe consciously. And if you have a need, like for example, express your emotions somehow, maybe just breathe with your mouth and breathe aloud, or make some sound, or cry, or whatever else, everything is okay. Remember, when the baby is cuddled, it can do anything, and the mother is still giving the baby love and attention and caring. And that's what we are giving ourselves right now as well. If you feel some warmth, if you feel kindness, if you feel support, allow it to be. You can even be grateful for it and allow it to just sink into your body, into your bones, into your cells, like a water which touches the dry, cracked ground after a very long time. Just allow this kindness, this softness to sink into your system. So now you can slowly, move with your fingers on the feet, on the hands, open eyes if they were closed, and just return back with the intention to stay as kind to yourself as possible. How do you feel?
Warm,
You feel warm?
supported.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually felt like when you said, the water seeping into the bones, I felt this like rush
Yeah.
of, I don't know, like actually my body and my limbs heating up. It was really
That's
great.
beautiful. That's really beautiful. And yeah, that's it basically. Maybe if you tried it with us as well, maybe you feel some effects as well, because
Yeah.
this warmth, we have this capacity. Really, we can be very, very kind, very friendly, loving very much, no matter whether you are men or women or whatever else. It does not matter. Each and every one has a male and female aspect within. And this is one of the ways how to allow it to yourself, how to give it to your body, to your system. So this is one of the ultimate, I would say, stress management techniques. This is one of the ways how to find the courage also to be yourself through love, through the inner support. It's another talk for another time. Maybe we could start with it, but we started a different way, but we ended here. And me particularly, this technique, and you can do it for half an hour, of course, you can do it for 1 minute, doesn't matter. This technique helped me very much to be myself, really.
Yeah.
Because all those tangles in that moment, they relax.
Yeah.
They relax. Yeah.
So beautiful.
So that's it, my friend.
Yeah, this is the perfect finish.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for a better one.
Yeah.
Even the lights under our feet
Yeah.
are,
Started to shine.
are showing us that it's a good time for closing it up.
So Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend.
And thank you. Be well.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
peace be with us.
And one more hack. If you want like a shit ton of oxytocin and serotonin release, you can hug for 6 seconds. And that's kind of when the body switches for...
Okay, let's do it for
one more
6
time.
seconds. Let's do it for 6 seconds.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Hope you feel
Thank
the
you.
love as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode, and please share this with your friends if you think this could help them.